Hello, you lovely people. Hi, you kindly folk. It's been a while since we last met, our adventures left unwoke. We've got our maps and dice in hand and tales that still provoke. Together we will journey on, our laughter will evoke. Throughout the magic realms we'll go as friendship grows and grows. So hello, you lovely people, and hi, you kindly folk.
Welcome back, all you kindly folk, as the Banded Broken have finally returned to the material plane, stepping from the chaos of the Feywild with the weight of their losses heavy on their shoulders. I'm your host and your Dungeon Master, Kyle, and tonight we're going to get a recap of the previous session brought to us by Parrish.
Loss and lost. Words would seem so similar to those sitting by the hearth with their loved ones close, and so hard to truly understand in those warm moments. Just as the sated cannot understand the true pangs of hunger, I've met no bard or minstrel in my many, many years of life who can properly give names to the feelings we shared in the moments following Nurebi's leave with Ortega, but I shall try. Loss cannot only be described in the absence of what was, but also in what could have been. Meals not shared, a loving touch not felt, a song not heard, and a friendship not yet kindled. In their place, a broken promise of what should have been. Memories are kind, there is loss there, yes, but it's the sharper edges most felt in the hollow parts of what could have been, what should have been. Lost, as we are now, I have less experience with, but I will do my best. Lost is waking up in a dark tomb with a group of strangers and no idea how far you are from a home you vaguely remember and a sense that it's gone. Lost is how you feel taking orders from a man you know has ill intentions for you, and a feeling every day like you are farther from the person you want to be and have no idea how to get back to the good times. Lost can also be how one feels when you know that every way you turn, every step you take, will never get you any closer to your goal, be it fate, family, or Fey forest with its will set against you, leading you astray. And lost, being truly lost, is like a small elfin child stumbling through the woods looking for help and finding mother, maiden, and crone. With Ed Ortega, we feel the weight of loss, and of being truly lost, we are broken. Without him, maybe banded no longer. Wherever he is, whatever he's given up, I hope he's found a home and is no longer lost, no longer knows the loss that he suffered. In those first moments, I chose to take my oath to always help those feeling this way, no matter how lost. The hollow shapes of loss should not be met alone, and when I stood defiantly against the vines of the forest, I felt them fill up some hollow parts of me, left empty by the Raven Queen, connecting me to this beautiful, dangerous place. There was no time to mourn. There was no time to rest. We had to push forward. We had to find a way back to the material plane to cure Lady Tatiana, to fulfill Ortega's last wish to us, lest she become lost beyond our power to save. Whether ill fate or fortune, we found a village and were met by a new Corvid friend who tried to warn us against the dangers that awaited before us, lurking in it. 3 women mocked our approach and eventually revealed themselves as a coven of hags. With the help of our new friend Sternus, we were able to break the chains of his binding to the coven as their familiar, service to guide their dark appetites by the movement of the stars. To free a familiar soul from plight, we banded together again and brought together the tokens of night, the blood of the betrayed, a shade of fear, the tears of sorrow, and a claw most dear. Stealing from the net hags some nightshade, receiving a gift of poison tea, blood taken from a dear friend betrayed, and a claw freely given by our new companion, we were able to release Sternus from his captives and open a portal back to the material realm. As we raced through the portal, the coven was in hot pursuit, realizing their loss, that their quarry were lost, all too late.
With Ortega's absence, a painful void, the group continues on with the cure for Tatiana. They find hope in a new companion, Sternus, the Kenku druid, who was bound in raven form, now freed to explore the material plane. And tonight, the party seeks refuge in clarity, but the echoes of their journey linger, and the threads of fate continue to twist. Rest is fleeting, and the unknown looms ever closer. So gather your courage, dear listeners, as we follow the Banded Broken into the next chapter of the story. When you exited the portal, you found yourselves at the secret Bloodhunter outpost in Ank'Harel, and you see the Templar there. He looks at you and just, oh, you're back so soon. Did you get what you needed? Did you get the blood rose? I can get it started if you have the blood rose.
Parrish will hand over the blood rose. For us, it has been years, and we have paid most dearly for this. Help her.
Oh, I mean, it's only been about 2 hours here. Yeah, of course. You're missing the big fellow. Did something happen?
Yeah, Parrish is going to shoot him a look like, don't ask, and say, we will require rooms to rest.
We don't have any rooms here.
16 intimidate.
I mean, he's not like he's kind of like threatened, but he doesn't have anything to offer you. We don't have rooms here. For whatever it is, I apologize, and I'll get to started on this potion. And he hurries on back, and you see he goes into like this alchemy station, and he starts making this concoction, this tincture. You guys get the idea that he's part of the Order of the Mutant, and it doesn't take him too long. He already had most of the other part kind of cooked up, ready to go, and he takes the rose and he starts pulling off the petals, and you see he casts like a blood hunter spell. Tatiana, you recognize this is kind of like a time spell. It seems to age the rose so that it becomes a little bit more crumbly and preserved. And he takes the petal and he crumbles it up ever so fine. And he takes one of the thorns and he crumbles it up, or he picks it apart and he puts it in, and you see the potion just boop, 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 boop. And he turns the heat up a little bit and it starts to boil a little bit more, and you see the steam rise up through the tubes as it starts to condense into this very sanguine colored potion. You see the blood rose petals swirling in this concoction. He waits a moment and he takes it all apart and he dismantles he takes the potion out of this little area, and then instead of just giving it right to Tatiana, he looks at you and he says, I hope this works. I have never made this before. It will not cure your sanguine runes on your body, but it will remove any Fey presence. Whatever is on you now will stay on you. And you might always risk being, I don't want to say the word possessed, but there is always a chance that whatever this is could come back. You're going to have to go home to find the foremost cure. This is temporary, but it will get you through until, well, I don't know how long. I would recommend no more Fey trips because time is different there, and you will accelerate it'll accelerate your disease. So I hope your time in the Fey, it will be your last. And judging by the look on everyone's faces, I know that's probably the one thing that you want to do right now, is to go back there, but it's not a great idea. So again, I apologize, Tatiana. You look like you've been crying for a long time, but here you go. I recommend you drink it all at once, and it's going to sting. You're going to want to spit it out. You're going to want to vomit it out. You're going to beg not to drink anymore. And if push comes to shove, your friends are going to have to shove it down your throat. So here it is. I wish you luck. And he hands it to you.
She's going to stare at the potion, turning it around in her hand. If this doesn't work, I will kill you. And she's going to start drinking it.
Okay. You open the cap that was just recently sealed to keep all of that essence inside, and You take a sip and you feel that burning sensation. It's almost as if you're feeling blood flow through your body, like you're ingesting that taste that you get when you cut yourself and you lick your finger and you get that iron smell.
Mm-hmm.
You're feeling that all the way down as it starts to seep through. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
Sure. Oh, thank God. I thought that was a 1. 16.
Okay.
Remember to add your +4.
That is true.
Oh, okay. Then dirty 20.
Okay. You're able to drink that first sip, which was always, it seems like it's the hardest, but you're feeling it deep down. And as it starts to spread through your chest, out through your stomach, you feel that burning, tingling satiation just start to envelop your entire body. And you take your second sip, which you seem with that dirty 20, you seem to be a little bit better at drinking it. You start to get sick of it with your second sip. You take your third sip, you chug it down a little bit more. At that point, I need you to make another Constitution saving throw for me, please. 18. A little bit better this time. Good. You're getting better at it as you're starting to really contain that energy. You're feeling it, and you start to, you're trying to keep it down as you're drinking, and the liquid is going, and it's going, and it's going, and you're taking more sips after more sips, and every single sip feels like it's burning, and you feel all of this blood rush through your body as your runes start to glow a little bit. And instead of it being the traditional red and yellow, sanguine colored glowing essence that it is, you start to see a lot of fey greens and purples as they start to swirl through the tattoos, spiraling out, and you see them start to steam out, the colors like bleeding off of you. I need you to make one more Constitution saving throw.
I'm gonna give her the help action in case
you don't
she's
need to, because that, my friend, is an at 20.
Ooh, gorgeous.
Awesome. You feel this final, as you're getting down to the last few drops, you're feeling this burning sensation start to finally, you've come accustomed to it. You've felt pain worse than this, and you're able to contain it as that last drop goes down into your stomach and disperses into your body, and you see the green and the purple start to, as those tattoos start to feel sane again. You start to feel empty. A weight has been lifted. You know that that presence of that fey toxin has left your body. You look at the jar, finally empty, and you look at your fellow blood hunter's face as he is in awe that you were able to contain it down so easily. And he looks at you and goes, Can I have the jar back, please? I only have a couple. Congratulations. You did better than I thought. But knowing you for who you are, I can't say that I'm surprised. Like I said, in order to fully finish this, you are going to have to go to Blade Garden, and you at some point will have to talk to Commander Fenga about this. So at least, if you could just, give my name, put my name in there, give me some credibility, it would go a long way. Like, I'd really, really appreciate, the one-upness, I'd feel a lot better. It's why I'm here, kind of, it is what it is.
You're here to kiss my mother's ass.
I'm not. If you put it that way, I would rather just say, hey, so and so helped me get better. He did some things that you might not have been happy about. Setting me to the Fae, but he did it. He did everything that I needed him to do. And I'd love to be able to see the water again. I would love to be able to see mountains. It's awfully dry here, and being able to travel again and to go home and to see my friends and my family, that would be really great. I would really appreciate it if you could just really help me out here.
Would be nice to see friends and family again, wouldn't it?
Yeah. But hey,
what was your name?
Braxley. Braxley.
I will do you that favor. But the next time you see me, if you do not open that door back up, I will make sure that your family dies in front of you.
Of course. Yeah, I have no reason to keep the door closed, knowing that you're here. That was on me. We don't get visitors, so whenever...
Oh no, I'm not talking about this door. I will be going back to the Fae. I will take your advice, and I will keep this permanent cure. But when I walk back through that door, you will be letting me back into the Fae. I have a bitch to kill and a friend to get back.
Okay. I'm not the only one that can, open the portals. I mean, it takes me a long time.
But you know where we went.
Not really.
And I want to go. Well,
Parrish is just gonna
you're
put a
probably
hand.
the only one who's going to agree to it. I can't see Mother letting me go back.
Parrish is gonna put a hand on Tatiana's shoulder and say, "We have a friend to get back, and you will be opening that door."
Of course. Like I said earlier, probably not anytime soon. Just to be clear, yes, Commander Venka will not do it. But if you find yourselves in Ank'Harel again, and you need a passage to the Fae, and then he finally looks over at Sternus and he goes, "Oh, you didn't go in. So are you from there? Can you talk? Are you able to talk? Is that a thing that can he talk?
Where else would Sternus be from?
Interesting. Your language is so easy to understand. Are you
Now maybe.
Okay. Well, exciting news.
Well, exciting news.
If he's from the Fae, I can make these potions a lot easier for travel. Opening a portal with someone from the Fae would make it exponentially easier. It's kind of the point is to get to the Fae, you need something from the Fae, and so if he's from the Fae, then yeah, I can.
From the Fae.
Oh, he's Kenku. Okay, I got it. All right, cool. Yeah. Okay. Great. Fantastic. Yeah. So if there's anything that, he looks at Sternus, do you mind? Like, if we need you, like, if you want to, go with them, that's fine. But you're more than welcome to stay with me if you ever want to go home. Just keeping that out there. And we can always make these potions in advance for if they ever want to come back. It's up to you entirely. Of course, go and enjoy the material plane. You might find that you're gonna it'll take some adjusting. Man, I've never talked to somebody from the Fae before. It's fantastic.
Sternus doesn't know where he is from. Sternus might not actually be from the Fae, but he'll say from the Fae, like that guy did.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not good. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Sternus was just a familiar for a coven of hags.
Oh. Well, hags are usually Fae-bound. It shouldn't be a problem. I hope they weren't too much of a hassle, were they?
I don't even know how long I was stuck there.
Nope.
Sternus was there so long that I don't remember where home is.
Man, that's gotta be rough. Yeah. Well, if you would allow, I'm more than happy to take a small vial of your blood. And
No thanks.
I was gonna say I can perform some experiments, and then you can see where he's from, if he's from the Fae or not. But hey, if you don't want to help out, that's fine. I understand. Asking for one's blood is usually it's kind of a weird thing. It's kind of.
Sternus is going to look at Parrish and go, Parrish, I think we should take the others somewhere more private, intimate.
I agree, Lady Tatiana, Ari, Talus. Perhaps let's reconvene at the tavern. Thank you for your help, sir.
Of course.
Sternus wants to thank Parrish for saying everyone's names, so now I know what everyone's names are.
Sternus, you also might need some coin, and Parrish will give him 100 gold. I don't know if you plan to travel with us, but this can at least get you started here now that you are on the material plane.
Sternus will take one of them and peck it with his beak, and seems kind of useless to Sternus, and he'll hand it back.
All right. We'll be off then. Thank you again for your help. And I'm sure, as he looks at Lady Tatiana, we would be happy to put a good word in about that trip home.
It would be an honor to be name dropped by Tatiana, of course, given her stature.
And we leave. This weirdo trying to get our blood.
I mean, he is a blood hunter, and it's kind of like their thing. You decide to start making your way back. And knowing that it's only been about 2 hours since the outbreak, you're looking around the streets and you see there's been a lot of looting, there's been rioting, there's been bloodshed. And you see the city guards finally managed to get everything under the control as best as possible. Every now and then you see like a little stall that's on fire, but there's mages from the Cobalt Soul who seem to be handling it, or at least trying to. You see the city
Sternus. Oh, sorry. Continue.
Oh, I was good. You see the city guard as you walk around. They don't seem to know that you were the culprit, and they look at you and they just nod their heads and they say, "Stay safe, civilians. Stay safe."
As we were leaving, Tati would have pulled up her mask and like hit herself like she used to.
Sternus is very wide-eyed, having been in the Fae for so long. He's just amused that trees are green and that there is a lot of burning going on, and he is looking mortified. Is it always like this?
It's different everywhere you go. Little drier here than most places. If you have any questions about the material plane, feel free to ask, but I would like to get us back to the tavern. Some food.
Why is the tree green?
Because it's
supposed to be purple. Oh wait, no, that's water. Trees are blue.
And Parrish will continue on towards the tavern.
Sternus is colorblind, all right? You guys are able to retrace your steps back to the tavern pretty easily. You settle in. Like it's probably only about. It's not probably. It's only about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. After all this has been said and done, you make your way back to that little tiny inn. As you've passed through the circlet walk in the Sigil district, over cutting across near the casino again, where your inn was that you found in the Suncut Bazaar. You hear the one bard, the lowly bard that is playing a somber tune as the city is quiet this evening. And the barkeeper looks back at all of you and looks at Sternus and we don't allow pets in here. He's gonna have to stay outside if that's all right.
How much to rent out the bar for the evening? Private event.
A private event? Look around. There's nobody here. It's
great. Then you won't mind some pets.
I'm not a pet. Sternus is not a pet.
Fine. If he's not a pet, there's nobody here. Are you going to be giving me gold for the drinks and libations? Does he...
Parrish will toss him 10 gold for the evening's libations and food.
That's a little less than I was expecting, but given the circumstances, I guess it's fine. So
more than you'd get if we weren't here. Keep the front door closed.
Sure. Fine. Yep. Okay. Well, what can I get you?
some privacy.
Very well. If you need me, I will be behind the bar.
As soon as he leaves, Sternus is just going to half hop, half fly over the bar to where there are bottles of liquid, and he's just going to break open the top with his beak and try and guzzle some down and then choke on whatever not water he's drinking.
Definitely not intervening in the slightest. That is what we call spirits, and I believe that one's dwarven. Here, and Parrish will grab a cocktail shaker, some very expensive ice, and make some drinks for everyone. Now the friend... Oh, go ahead.
Talus is going to grab the bottle of the dwarven whatever and 2 shot glasses and set them on the bar and pour some for her and Tatiana and slide a glass over to her.
Is anybody hurt still?
A little bit.
Oh, I have
little bit?
1 HP.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, remember I died?
Sternus, after choking on dwarven yuckiness, is going to walk over to Tatiana. Sternus wants to give you sincerest condolences on your loss. And he puts a hand on your hand. And he is going to cast Cure Wounds at 4th level.
That's some big ups.
As you will gain 38 hit points. Because Cure Wounds got buffed.
It is actually worth stocking now.
Yeah. Did Sternus drink the dwarven?
It probably touched his tongue and then he spat it.
Okay.
So sorry.
I don't think he ingested any of it. 38 hit points.
38
Tatiana.
hit points? Okay.
Yeah.
She is going to lean in close to Sternus, saying, "Don't fucking touch me," and pull her hand away.
Sternus is going to go and sit next to Parrish because Parrish has been the nicest to him and go, "She knows Sternus healed her, right?"
Some wounds are going to take longer to heal. Sternus, thank you for helping us get home.
Sternus wants to thank you for freeing him from his enslavement.
Someone once told me that you shouldn't trust any help in the Feywild.
Oh, they were most definitely right.
I'm glad
That's
they were
how I
wrong
got
in this
stuck in
instance.
being a raven form in the first place.
Now, I think heavy drinking is likely the best course of action right now. But Sternus, I think you are welcome to stay with us, at least for the evening. I know that you likely don't have anywhere to go.
Sternus does not currently have anywhere to go, but Sternus does not understand the term heavy drinking.
It's like what you just did, but in excess.
I didn't drink anything. I spat it out because it was awful.
Let's see if we can't make you something nicer. I'm gonna make a nice fruity cocktail for you.
Could you just put a little sugar and some water and I'll be fine?
They're just halfway through pouring a couple shots into it. Of course.
Parrish starts making a drink for everybody. Now, are you going to make a virgin version for Sternus, or are you just going to let him go hard?
No, I'm going to make a virgin for him because, of course, I'm not going to dope him. That goes against my character.
Okay.
Parrish is, however, going to pour a glass for each of us plus one of what would be Ortega's favorite whiskey. And say,
I wish I had whiskey in my hand.
this is not a goodbye. This is not a farewell. This is us promising that we will see him again. And cheers is the extra glass for Ortega.
He lifts the glass and considers cheersing it against the Ortega one. But he can't, and he puts his drink down. And then he shoots it just to alcohol it up a bit.
I thought you meant with his guns, and I was like,
Oh, no. Sorry, no. Guns have remained holstered. He's not feeling violent, but he is feeling a moderate realm of adjacent alcoholism. So, yeah, he's hitting it pretty hard and can't take his eyes off of the glass.
Sternus is going to pipe up at Ari, who is eyeballing Ortega's glass, and go, Sternus will drink that one if you're not gonna. You can't waste it.
Tati's gonna drink it.
Yeah, she does.
I want to drink hers. Thought you wanted sugar water.
Well, the sugar water's turned into whatever this was, and it's harsh, but how's it?
Nah, I didn't put any liquor in yours.
He doesn't know.
Sternus doesn't know the difference, and he's like, this sugar water is awesome.
Just like does the high schooler thing of, oh my god, I'm so drunk.
Awesome.
Oh, jeez.
Sternus is, however, going to quickly pull out a pouch and cast another spell as he pulls out enough good berries out of the pouch, and he will set one in front of everybody and just say, this will fill your stomachs for the day.
Thank you,
And then eats his.
If I might offer you something slightly more substantial.
Oh, that's all you need. Plus, you all will gain 1 HP from the good berry.
I'm gonna take my leave for a bit to cook us something, not for our bodies, but for our hearts.
Ari takes the good berry.
Goes into the kitchen.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, please. I apologize.
Oh no, I was just stepping away.
Ari takes the good berry and he starts to flick it in his fingers in a way that you've only ever seen him handle a bullet. And he tosses it and he catches it and he looks up at Sternus. So why are you here?
Sternus is here because you helped free him, and Parrish said I could stay the night. If you want me gone after that, I'll go.
Don't presume to tell me what I'm thinking. I've had quite enough. I'm glad you're here to stay the night, and I'm glad you've made a journey with us, but if you have a reason to be here, and we have a reason to be together, there is strength in numbers and weakness in lies. So, if you have a reason to be here moving forward, I recommend you tell me at your earliest convenience. Until then, and he ideally pours himself another drink, looks at Tatiana, and says, I think I have to go strum for a while. And he moves next to the hearth and starts playing music. He is within earshot and can hear what's happening, but is otherwise engaged. Shooting the occasional glare over at Sternus.
Okay.
Getting some strong how dare you stand where he stood vibes.
Yep.
As the solemn night comes to a close, you've all gone off to do the things that you've needed to do and say the things that you've needed to say and reminisce on the memories that needed reminiscing. You finally part ways. Sternus, you end up finding Parrish, and you just kind of stay with Parrish at this point. Tatiana.
Well, everybody else just wants to kill him, then.
Yeah.
Kill him.
Tatiana.
Tati's angry. She's gonna warm up to Sternus. She's just a little mad. You would probably notice, though, that for most of the night, she is glaring at Ari.
There's a chair next to the hearth.
I have nothing nice to say right now.
You heard what I had to say before. And the only reason I think I can still stand the sight of you is because he loved you that much.
You're the one who dragged me out of there.
Because he asked me to. Tatiana, I wish you no ill will. In fact, I believe that there's still a great future together for this party, or for tonight. Unless you want to hear a song that I can't take back, leave the fireside to me.
Ari, just remember, you gave me a bullet as a promise, which you've technically already broken. I've never handed you a bullet, and yet you still stand.
Well, cry me a river, lady.
Oh, it's not time to grieve, remember? I'm just gonna grab the bottle of the dwarven whiskey and find a room.
If it's okay, as you grab the bottle of the whiskey, he's gonna grab it, and he lets it go almost momentarily afterwards, just to pause you. I'm sorry, but for me tonight is time for grief. There wasn't before.
And past sadness, I only have rage left.
Maybe we have that in common. Maybe that's a way forward together. Until then, I say goodnight.
So as Tatiana goes and looks for rooms, she stops by the room that her and Ortega shared. And for a moment, she opens the door and she looks in. She realizes this isn't the room that she wants to be in. She closes the door again and she finds another room. Nothing eventful happens that night. Anything that has happened during the day is slowly being forgotten by the sounds of the city as it corrects the wrongdoings. And you wake in the morning, and the bartender seems to be patiently waiting for all of you to come down. And he looks at all of you and he goes, well, I don't know what you've done, but there's a letter here for you. It's addressed to the Banded Broken, and I'm assuming that's you. So, who do I give it to?
Parrish will reach out his hand.
Hands you the note. You look at it for a second, and then you start to read it. Allegiance hopefuls. During the previous night's raids and looting, we have misplaced a figurine. We have located it at the curio shop called the Bone Garden in the Suncut Bazaar, and we've arranged for the proprietor, Rorosha, to hand over the merchandise without a fuss. Simply bring the figurine to Gatekeeper Rashid at the Crystal Chateau, and your task is complete. Oh, and welcome in advance to the team, Professor Limel Wist, Allegiance of Allsight.
Well, it appears that this is our opportunity to get into good graces with one of the factions here. Anyone else think that this isn't going to be a milk run?
Very rarely are things a milk run, but this does seem relatively tame considering to traipsing through the Feywild and losing those dear to me. Sometimes we just need to make some money.
I agree.
Don't love working for these people. Admittedly, I don't love working for anyone. Is everyone else aligned with the idea that this is our next run here?
Yes.
Captain Tallis?
I mean, I agree with Parrish. If there's one thing I know, it's that if someone promises you a handoff is going to go off without any violence or disagreements, normally they're lying.
Might I suggest that we arm and armor ourselves expecting trouble? But I ask, if not for the sake of it, let's try not to kill anyone. If only to not make the wrong kind of enemies. I know that everyone's probably in the mood for violence. Let's try and leave it as a second or third option.
You see Ari just spinning the barrel of Stinger, and he snaps it closed and says, seems like the right idea. I don't need any more enemies in this town. I already find myself short on friends.
Sternus, you had or have some way with divination. Any chance you can tell us how this will go?
Sternus will pipe up. First, you guys are the Banded Broken? That's a sick name. I don't think I've ever heard a name that cool before. Also, yes, I was kind of going to do that for my own well-being. But before I do, do those two still want to kill me? And he's going to point to Tatiana and Ari.
If you're so good at divination, why don't you tell me?
That's such a good line.
I don't want to kill you.
That's so good. Ari,
I am hungry, and I don't think breakfast is going to sate that hunger.
I did make some blood pudding. I thought it would be funny. Plus, the lavery wasn't particularly well stocked in this establishment. At least the bartender has stopped pestering me about using his kitchen. And Parrish will, of course, do a replenishing meal and hand out some bolstering treats. I'm going to give one to Ari, Lady Tatiana, and Tallis. Sorry, Sternus.
That's
Ari
all good
looks
by me.
Sturdus dead in the eye and says, I'm not always fond of new people, but I certainly don't want to kill you. You haven't earned a bullet yet. But this, he breaks his ration in half. He hands half of it over to Sturdus. This you have earned.
Sturnus
Don't be
will...
rude, just enjoy it. Just put it in that beak and clamp it.
Sturnus will hang on to it and then go, Sturnus needs both his hands to do his magic to see how today will go. And he will hand the food back so that he can use both his hands.
It'll stick around. Put it on the table. Glad to know though, that you'll be looking out for us.
Walk over and, like a toddler, try and jump to put it up on the table, as he's not quite tall enough to reach a 3-foot-high tabletop.
Oh, I forgot he was little. Okay, well now I feel a little bit bad. Okay. Imagine that whole exchange with 20% less meanness.
And then Sturnus will kind of tap his staff on the ground and then do one final stomp with it and use his hand to bring up the blue glowing star mappy type out of the top of his little white orb on the top of his staff. Well, for starters, Parrish, looks like today is gonna be a good day for me. That's a bonus. He's going to cast Augury. Now I gotta find the spell. And he would like to know if any of our actions that we're going to take in the next 30 minutes are going to be good or bad. So is this task of ours going to be a good or a bad task?
How does this how are you are you laying out?
Basically, so he's looking into the stars. So it's a wheel or a woe, or a wheel and woe, for good and bad, or indifferent but basically he's just looking into the stars, and he's going to get a result, and he's going to spill it out to the party, essentially. So there's no I mean, you can describe it however you want, but
yeah. Okay. So the stars themselves, as you gaze into your crystal, the top of the staff, they align themselves in a way that you've come familiar with, that seem like a good omen. It's the star that you've kind of followed. This is you get the feeling that this is a good choice. Pursuing this quest, this task for what you need to do is the right path forward.
Okay. So Sturnus will look up at Parrish and assume that the rest of the party is listening to him as well, but he feels like Parrish is the most reasonable of the bunch so far. Sturnus sees a good path for the group. I don't know how specifically that applies to me if I'm with the group, but for the group themselves, it's a good path to take this quest. I see good things in the future.
I, for one, would like to take Sturnus with us. And Sturnus, thank you for your insight.
Sturnus bids you're welcome. I also would like to ask if anybody is feeling under the weather from their indulgences last night. I can fix it. That's all I'm asking for. I can fix it if you're, for lesser folk, hungover. Is anybody hungover?
Ari is simultaneously intrigued at the much-needed hangover cure because, yeah, he's hungover. But also, this guy, I don't know. So he steps forward and says, all right, Birdface, give me your best.
Sturnus will slowly walk up and offer a hand as if he was going to, kiss royalty's hand. That's how he wants to hold your hand. He's not going to kiss it. That's how he reaches up his little clawed hand.
Ari concernedly yet entertainedly deigns his hand forward.
And Sturnus will mutter under his breath, a large man needs help, Sternus will help, even if he is stupid from drinking too much, and cast Lesser Restoration and heal you of all your indulgences. Anyone else?
Sternus, you have the touch of a healer, and I mean that with the greatest of compliments, but I have been working in bars like this for well over 300 years, and frankly, the dwarves can't cook something strong enough.
Sternus will look over at Talus, who hasn't spoken a word to him, and go, "You're awful quiet. Are you always this quiet?"
No, just today.
Are you hungover?
I've never been hungover in my life.
What about fortune? I could tell your fortune.
I don't believe in that.
If you say so.
Oh, I've seen enough urchins and peddlers on the streets telling me, "Oh, I can read your fortune."
I don't
Always-
want money. I can just see the future.
Yes, that's what they all say. "Oh, I don't want this. I don't want that. I just want this. I just want that."
I don't want anything.
No one doesn't want anything, Sternus.
I want to go
Faster than
home,
you-
but I don't know where
Very-
that is.
See, that's one of those things where it seems like information, but isn't. So how about this? Sternus, you seem like a good guy. You cured my hangover. You're a bit of a dick about it, but I'll let it be. You can tag along for a little while, but when your goals become more known to you, it's time for you to share them with the rest of us. The group that you found is not just an assemblage of strangers. Recognize what you've found yourself inside.
Sternus is going to look up at Parrish and go, "I don't like this one."
He grows on you. And in fairness to you, Ari, it's not like we've been without our secrets, though trust is most certainly earned.
Line pierces Ari visibly. He shrinks. He nods. He sits down.
Does anyone have any reservations by taking Sternus with us today?
Oh, yes, please. If anybody has any, I can just... There's the door right there.
Ari aggressively eats a potato chip.
Sternus is going to look back up at Talus, who has basically just told him that she doesn't believe in anything he does, and go, "What about a little animal? Would you like a little animal?
What?
I can give you a little animal for the day. A cute one, a fluffy one, a pointy one, an ugly one, whatever you want.
Why would I want that? Or what? What does it do?
Just because.
It seems like
Sternus wants to make you happy. Everybody here is very sad. Sternus just wants to make you happy."
Sternus.
Yes.
If you want to come with us, you are welcome to come with us. From what I can tell, no one here will stop you. I don't think anyone is in the mood to be happy. Is everything you do just cause?
Yes. And he will turn to Lady Tatiana and Druid craft the spitting image of the blood rose that they went all the way to the Feywild to get.
Bold
And
fucking move, Cotton. Let's see how it plays out.
and just leave it at her feet, and if she wants it, she'll take it.
She's gonna step on it.
If she doesn't,
I'm
poor
just,
choice.
I don't ever want to see another blood rose again. This is just a word of advice. Do that again, and I'll pluck all your feathers.
Poor choice in flower, my bad.
Well, if no one has any
And
true...
Sternus is just going to turn back into his Tressum form.
If no one else has anything to say on the matter, let's table it for the day. Get this job done. It can be discussed again in the future. As long as, Sternus, you don't move against us. Can we all agree to that?
I'll agree.
Parrish, I need you to take me somewhere first.
Done.
She's gonna pull out the piece of paper that Ortega had dropped. We have something we need to collect.
Do you think we can get it done by noon and meet up with the others?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Actually, I need you to. Neither one of you were there during the interaction with the piece of paper. So you don't actually know. The piece of paper was basically like a baker's chit. It was an order form for like donuts. The
shop with them.
She was.
I believe you were flipping them off.
She did not go into the shop. No.
Parrish didn't. Oh, okay.
No, I didn't.
Oh.
All right, then. Mm-hmm.
The only.
No, Ortega and Parrish that went. And then.
No, it was Ari and Ortega. I was at the bar with Talus.
Oh, was it Ari?
It was Ari and Ortega.
And
Okay.
I totally forgot about it.
Then. Correction. She would have looked at Ari.
And then asked Parrish to go.
And not Parrish. And asked him to go. I know you and I weren't on the greatest terms last night and probably don't see eye to eye right now. But this is important, and I believe it's something we need to go and get. So I will put my foul mood behind me for a moment, if you can agree to take me there.
Well, I wouldn't have you go alone. So yeah, I'll leave my foul mood at the door as well. To be honest, I'm feeling tired of it. And sometimes, sadness needs joy more than anger. Let's go find something to find. Do you want to bring the others with us? Or just the two of us? Kenku can stay. I'm still not sure about that one.
The Kenku's trying. Probably the only one of us who is right now.
Trust me, Tatiana. I'm trying. And if he is too, then he's welcome to come. And I will adjust eventually. But for now, for this, you and I, others, the note's in your
We all
hand.
have somewhere to go. I'm just asking to make a pit stop on the way.
Then pit stop guaranteed, and I'll be there with you. I'd say let's go, unless others want to come along with us for other things for the day.
Tatiana, do you give him the paper so that he can see it?
She's holding
does it
on to
say?
it. It's the last thing that, probably the only thing she has of Ortega's, and she has no urge to share it with anyone.
Shit.
Okay.
Fine. That's Josh. Ari plays it cooler and knows that she has something. And to be honest, I think Ari knows what it is.
She would tell you. She just wouldn't give it to you.
Oh, well then I'm like, I mean,
She would say, I need, whatever this is, I need it.
Okay. Ari, make a history check.
14 plus -1. Ah, shit, 13.
That's okay. You only needed a 12. You
Yay!
actually recall the conversation now that you're starting to think about what she's asking for. You recall the conversation, and you remember that Old Man Kruk had said that the paper is magical and it would show up as completed if the order was ready for pickup.
Say completed.
Is the paper showing it ready?
Unless Tatiana shows Ari, there's no way of knowing.
Oh, I'll show him. I just won't give it to him.
Okay, so you're showing him. The order is not ready yet. It's only been like half a day, and then there was some shit that went down.
Admittedly, it was October. So, feels like it's been a while. But I'll look at the paper and I'll look up at Tatiana and say, I wish it was ready too. I wish it more than I have words for. But maybe we just let things rest a minute.
Tatiana, you can continue to check the order form like throughout the day to see if it's ready or not. Like, it will alert you, whomever is holding it, it will alert you when it is ready. So it's not like it's no longer a time pressing thing. And you, as long as you hang on to that paper, whatever Ortega was picking up.
Is it like a buzzing coaster at a restaurant, at a chain restaurant?
That's what I thought of.
It's basically what it is.
And you keep thinking like, oh, did that really beep? Did that really buzz? Maybe it buzzed, and then when it actually buzzes, you're like, oh no, that's abrasive.
Well then.
I know it sounds like I'm railroading it, but like literally like the timeline.
No, I get that. I totally get that.
Totally.
Lady Tatiana, I had given this staff to Ortega, and in his absence, I consider it yours. Would you let me walk with it a while longer, though?
Of course.
Thank you. We can give it back to him together.
It is a very pretty staff.
Thank you,
You
Sternness.
have your own staff.
You know
Yes,
what?
I
I'm
do.
not sure if we have a minute to do this or not, but sorry, are we at a meal table? I'm trying to recall where we are at this moment.
You're at the inn. You're eating your breakfast.
Okay, so we're having breakfast. If we're having breakfast, all right.
Everyone gets extra bacon.
Yeah.
Is it
In
raw?
celebration of extra bacon and fallen friend, call me crazy. I want everyone to tell me something about Ortega that makes them laugh. I'll go first. I'll set the mood, set the tone. I remember once when Ortega and I were on the outside of town and he wanted to steal a dagger belonging to a family of fallen warriors and had some ideas around manipulating them, or maybe it was like threatening them. I'm not quite sure. It was quite the plan, but he essentially wanted to threaten everybody and then also say that he had banged their dead sister. Ortega was an innovator. Ortega was a warrior, and Ortega, somehow those things didn't always come together, and then sometimes they absolutely did. I remember the times that make me laugh, and I'm alive because of the times I didn't laugh at all. And that's what I think about when I think of Ortega.
He was one of the few people who, if you let him talk, he would generally piss someone off, and if you let him talk longer, he'd right the wrongs. And then if you kept let him talking, he usually pissed everyone off again, in a way that only he could.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. It was like a cycle, or like when you let those coins roll down those spinning cyclone tubes where the fucked upness just gets faster and faster and worse and worse. Anybody else? And I look over at Talus. Captain?
You know, never in my life did I expect to get a matching tattoo with anyone. And here I am. She kind of rolls down her sleeve just to look at it. With Ortega, of all people.
Yeah, he sure did. He sure did leave a mark on all of us. Not that much. That one's kind of special. And as he says special, he looks up to Tatiana. He was special.
I can't do this. And she's gonna just walk outside. Crying. Little tears.
Shut up, Sternness. And Ari stands up and then says, well, then it's on to the letter and the task, isn't it? Brunch is over. Memories shared. Let's,
One foot in front of the other.
Yep. One foot in front of the other. One foot in front of the other. Ari walks outside.
And so, as you said, one foot in front of the other, and the party, next thing you know, is slowly out the door. You look at the letter, you know where you're going. It doesn't take you long. You are already in the Suncut Bazaar anyways. Ortega has been to the Bone Garden before, but you passed it, you know where it is, and within a short amount of time, you find yourselves coming to the Bone Garden. It's located in one of the more busier streets. Again, it's a smaller building that has a bunch of stuff hanging in the front there. I'll tell you what it is in a second. We'll talk about it again. It is the fishbone whim chimes that announces your entrance into the Bone Garden, the combination pawn shop and antique store, and a repository of strange and misplaced items. The shop, which stands near the main entrance of the bazaar, is again always known as the joke around Ank'Harel. It'll probably end up among the bones within the week, and you see that it's kind of carved in onto one of the sides there at this point. It looks like it's a little run down since the previous night, but from the last time you remembered it, it always kind of looked a little danky in the first place. And you walk in and you see Rorosha, the non-verbal woman who looks at you and she gestures, points to the paper, and she motions for you to come inside.
We enter. Or at least Parrish does.
I follow Parrish.
You all enter in, and you see on the corner of her desk is a sassy gray parrot. Looks at all of you and goes, "A kill here, a kill here, a kill here. Communicate as you wish. Welcome. Find among the bones. Find among the bones."
Ari's really trying not to just kill this bird.
Ari, don't kill a service bird.
No, it's not wearing a vest, Parrish. Ari's shoulders detense a little bit, but he looks over to Parrish and says, "I'm not quite sure if I'm the kind of person to speak to a bird to figure out how to move things forward. I am the person more likely to put a gun to its beak. So let's keep that as a second option, and I'm gonna step back."
Hey,
Who's holding the letter?
I believe Parrish.
Parrish is.
Parrish was.
Parrish, can I pluck it out of your hand?
Cannot pluck what is a gift. And Ari,
Thank you.
we already consulted a bird this morning. You managed through just fine without firearms and violence.
So Talus is going to take this freely given gift, and she's going to stride up to the bird, and she's going to do a little gesture that's kind of like a bow, and say, "My friend, we were sent here by a mutual friend. We're looking to pick up a package."
Be more specific. More specific. More specific.
It's a figurine of some kind. The Allegiance is looking for it.
Its feathers ruffle. Elephant. 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 As the feathers ruffle, you see Rorosha. She looks around, kind of flustered, and you see she knows exactly what to talk about, and she goes into this area and she's pulling something out and she's shaking. She's trying very hard not to touch it. She puts it onto the counter, puts her hands away, and she bows at you and she motions for you to take it. And I kill the parrot. Elephant, very careful. Elephant, very careful.
Talus is going to grab it.
You're gonna just grab it.
Yeah.
No,
No.
you do not just grab things. Haven't we learned this?
If Talus is going to grab it, if it's possible, I would like to make a contested roll to try and stop her.
All right, you guys both make your athletics or acrobatics, whatever's fast enough. Or shoot.
Acrobatics. No, acrobatics is fine.
Oh, I'm doing athletics. I'm doing.
Since she's grabbing it, we can do her as a sleight of hand. So
I'll do
or sleight of hand, whatever's higher.
Hey, listen, I'm also gonna go with sleight of hand then, which is a +6.
Okay.
Hey, that's my sleight of hand too.
In the meantime, can I investigate the like with an arcana or
You can make a investigation check. Yeah.
investigation? Okay.
It rolled a 12 for an 18.
Oh, and I rolled a 13 for a 19.
Oh no!
All right, let's talk about what was
I wanted to mage hand it. I have a mage hand. We could just do it that way.
Tatiana. As you are looking at this figurine, you see that it is It's a like your typical like jade elephant, except it's not jade. It's ruidium. You've seen this stone before in passing. You know that it is part of the Ruidus, the moon. It's pieces of the moon that have literally fallen. You know that ruidium is very volatile. And for someone to have been able to carve such an intricate design out of this, you know that they were a master in their craft, and it's very likely that they did not use standard tools. You know that with ruidium comes bad things, and just as you are about to go, oh no, don't touch it, all of you have to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Remember to add +4.
Okay.
28.
Nat 20!
As long as you roll higher than a 13, you're fine.
Dirty 20.
Ooh, all above 20? Let's go. Sternus.
Sternus, baby. Come on. Give me that squawk talk.
Give me that bird dexterity.
17 for Sternus. I was not expecting to pass that.
Well, the +4 is very helpful.
Oh, sorry, 21.
Hey, all above 20.
All above
Crushing
20.
it. We're not in danger. This is fine.
Why would you say that out loud? Why would you do that?
Why would I do anything?
You're not
Grab it.
pushed out of the way. You would have taken 12 points of force damage, but divided by half, 6 points of force damage as this giant, well, I guess not giant, huge elephant, this stone elephant just explodes and starts to take form, and you hear as it smashes through the front door, rampaging into the Sun-Cut Bazaar. I need everyone to roll initiative for me, please.
What did you do?
5 for Sternus.
Sweet. You boys rolling like a champion. +4 to initiative for a 22, baby.
Ooh.
That would be a 10 for me. Oh,
I
I'm gonna
forgot
try,
how
so
to
it might be
fight
6.
as Ari.
I have to look up Tressum.
How does Ari fight?
It's actually a 7 for Sternus because he's a Tressum currently.
Okay.
Oh, I'm fast.
Simply have known this.
So I got Tatiana, Ari, Talus, Sternus. Sorry, Parrish, what was your...
It is a total of 5, I believe. 6.
Okay, so top of the round, as this ruidium elephant, and also it should all be on your screen now, you can see the Sun-Cut Bazaar in all of its glory. You see that the elephant has literally just charged out of what is now no longer the door, and it is right there. Ari, you're up first. What do you do?
Oh no. Oh no. Okay. Can I shoot it from here?
Oh,
Without hitting Sternus?
it's in front of you right now, at the what used to be door. Like,
Oh, that's right. The door's gone. Handy. I'm gonna shoot it in the face. Ari's getting punchy. I'm gonna shoot it. Singer and stinger. Pop, pop.
all right.
That's a nat 20 again with a +8 for a 28 to hit with a nat 20, and a 3 with a +8 for an 11.
The 11 won't hit, but the 20 will. Yeah.
Dandy. So for damage, then I haven't played Ari in forever. Damage is 1d12 plus 3. That's 11 plus 3 for 14 points of piercing damage as I shoot it in the face.
Did you max the dice damage on the one and then roll?
I'm sorry, pardon?
So when you get a crit, you max your dice damage and then you roll again.
Oh, well then I rolled an 11. So if I max my dice damage, then that's a 12, and then I roll again for an 11, and it's 1d12 plus 3 for damage every time. I'm not quite sure how that works, but I'm pretty sure I heard it really bad.
You do some damage.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot it. Oh man, I like elephants so much, but I am gonna shoot it in the head. Yeah, no, like that dickhead dentist.
Well, it is. You're right now. Like right now, it is like it is running away from you. So when you shot it, you shot right up Main Street, like right up in there.
Wow. I mean, it's a poor choice of words, but bummer.
Is that it? Is that it for your turn?
I would like to try and I'm gonna move just a bit over a smidge for my bonus action. For my bonus action, I will look over to Lady Tatiana and I will say, this is what we're good at, and it's what's left. Let's kill something. And it's Bardic Inspiration.
Okay. Brings us to Talus.
Well, how was I supposed to know? And I think I just would like to... You know, Alice is a little sad. It's just what she's up to right now. And she's just been in a place where she couldn't reach Saigon. For the first time in a while, she's gonna try and pull on that tether, that magical energy. And I'm going to cast Hunger of Hadar.
I have to plug it in, baby. Okay, do you want me to put on a movie for you?
Yeah, plug in the Hunger of Hadar.
Plug in that Hadar, yeah.
And I'm going to do a 20-foot radius, which my understanding is that's really big. It doesn't have to be that big, but I just want to get that elephant. I just want to get that elephant.
Are you killing innocents? We literally talked about that this morning.
I would never. I'm just going to make a huge area of like void and acid or whatever. It'll be fine. So it's difficult terrain and the creatures within it are blinded, and at the start of their turn they have to take 2d6 cold damage, end of their turn dex save, or 2d6 acid damage.
Yeah, that's gonna kill some commoners, eh?
Okay.
That's where it is on the map. That's how big it is.
That's where we are.
That's everybody right.
Okay, I can do something else.
Look, I'm just saying.
I feel like it's a little late. There's all this acid on my shoes now.
It just seemed like I was reaching out, pulling on that tether. You know what I'm saying? And then the tether answered, and now there's acid everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, you definitely hit the elephant, and you're slowing it down. It's difficult terrain. You're absolutely right.
Oh yeah, that elephant not going anywhere, guys.
Same though.
All right, that's
and then also, I guess, just because I'm feeling so excited to be here, I'm also gonna Hexblade's Curse. So I get +2 to damage rolls, improved criticals, and if it dies, I get health points.
There we go. Yeah, we'll take it up. Do it up.
Somehow I missed. Did you still do the Hadar thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, no, I just wanted to double check that. I thought I heard that you did it, and then I thought I heard that you didn't do it, and I'm just hearing things.
Ending her turn.
So I guess I have to make a dex save now for taking a bunch of acid damage.
Yeah.
My God, I hope you lose concentration.
That would be really funny. But no, I make it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Do you take half damage?
Can I not give her the bonus?
I don't think so. I think it's just blah blah blah.
Yeah, saving throw or take.
Yeah. But any creature that starts its turn does automatically take 2d6 damage. So
I think it's end of turn.
start of turn is cold damage, end of turn is save or acid damage.
Cool. You gonna use any of your movement to not be here next turn?
You know, I was thinking about it, but it is difficult terrain.
Yeah, it sure is.
You know, Just hang out here. So, like, how much of the shop would you say is like totally open now? Okay, great.
The whole shop is now.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Can I move through allies? I can never remember.
Yeah, you can move through allies. Yeah.
I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm gonna move over there. Hanging out.
Okay. All right. Cool. In the corner. Interestingly enough, so you did it in the store, and it kind of like fed outwards. You know, it kind of got like pinched a little bit. So I will say that, like to the left and the right of the elephant, would more than likely. Did you put it on the elephant, or did you put it like on you?
It's a good question.
Because
probably on me, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotta say, love the character moment, but hate the consequences.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's so weird that I keep hearing things like, oh, consequences, but I don't know about those. So, I've never made a mistake ever.
Tatiana, you are up, and I guess you take 2d6 cold damage right off the bat.
I take 2d6 cold.
You want me to roll for it? I might roll badly.
Oh yeah, you should absolutely roll for this.
Yeah,
These are your
Oh,
consequences.
yes. No, you're going to have to roll for every single point
4
that you
damage.
hurt us.
4 damage.
We could have a doc about this, by the way. Just flagging that conversation.
4 points of cold damage, Lady Tatiana. And now you can do whatever you want to do.
And I am going to attack it with my rapier. That was a nat 1, guys.
That was a natural 1. Oh, we're gonna
Yep.
do it. We're gonna do a fumble. We're gonna do a fumble. I need you to
Your fault. You made me cold.
Perhaps stab Talus?
Maybe we'll see. Do a D100 for me.
Karma would have never come so quick.
There we go. 36.
Well, you have disadvantage on your next attack roll against your target.
Oh man. Well, that's gonna happen right now because I have 2 attacks. So.
Fortunately, you already have disadvantage because you're blinded.
Oh, that's too bad because I totally got a nat 20.
Oh no!
Fine, it's fine because my next roll was a 19. So
You're able to hit it that time, yeah?
okay. 12.
Okay.
Piercing. Sorry.
All right. And is that the end of your turn, or are you doing anything else?
Gold. I don't think I can do anything else, to be honest. No, nothing else. Nothing else.
Okay.
It's gonna have to be a dex save, unfortunately.
Yeah, I need a dex save, please. +4.
Plus 4. 16.
Zero damage.
It'd give you Bardic Inspiration, too, if you need a little bit more.
You're good.
She's good.
I'm good. Alright, I'll save that.
Which, yeah, you can now use reactively. Woo.
Sternus, you are up. You take cold damage. Yay.
Oh yeah. 6.
6 points of cold damage right off the bat. Man, I'm not even gonna have to kill you guys. You guys just do it yourself.
Yeah, the elephant can just hang out, dude. I got this covered.
Yeah.
Well, that dips into my temporary hit points from my shape shifting into a trussum.
Sorry.
But you just hear the loudest cat shrieking wailing of not being happy as
Somebody stepped on its tail?
yeah. Oh yeah. It's not a happy camper. And then maybe the caw of a raven too. Starness wants to get out of this cold darkness nonsense.
You're in the
And
middle.
he is going to spend.
Yeah, go ahead.
So he is going to dash.
Yeah.
So and he's going to fly.
Okay.
It's not difficult terrain?
He can move 40 feet to get out of dodge. And once he is up and in the air, he's probably just going to land on a roof that is not within. That is his turn because he doesn't really know what else to do.
So the building itself is probably only about a 10-foot ceiling, and the elephant is literally blocking the exit. So you're gonna have to kind of.
I'm literally like a half a foot. Like I'm the size of a cat
Yeah.
that can fly.
You can fly, but in order to get past the elephant, you would be passing its melee range because there's.
Oh, that's fine. If the elephant,
Yeah.
give the elephant.
He is
I mean,
blinded,
it's probably
though.
blinded
He's
too.
blinded.
So
Oh yeah.
I was about to say, it can't have attacks of opportunity if it's blinded, right?
that being said, my AC is 12 as a Tressum.
I don't even know if it can even.
Probably can stomp.
It can gore and it can stomp. So I don't think. I mean, you're flying past its head. You're not flying past its head. You're flying past its butt.
Well, I'd probably fly under its legs to get out, right? Because its body would be in the way.
Its body.
I'd be flying through its legs.
You're flying through its legs. Okay. So then it would attempt to do that. It does have disadvantage. So we'll just do.
I think if it's blind, it can't take a attack of opportunity, as it has blind sense, which it might.
Well, I can tell you that it's not an actual elephant. It is a construct.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Just stomp me. Stomp me.
I think
It makes perfect sense because it's actively running out.
It's
out of the
actively
room.
running out of the room. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like it makes sense. Yeah, it's not that it's like actively trying to hit anything, but it's in the act of stomping. All right. But with disadvantage, it got a 24 to hit.
Excellent. It stomps me.
So that does 29 points of bludgeoning damage, and you take 7
There
points.
goes more than half my hit points.
And you take 7 points of psychic damage.
Oh, nice. There goes 3/4 of my hit points. As you will hear a very loud cat's tail getting stepped on screech.
That, yeah, 100%.
And Sternus gets the heck out of the room, and he is just double dashing to get onto a roof as he just got stomped by an elephant.
You're able to get. You're not out. I don't think you can fly now. I think it, or can.
I can fly. Yeah, I can still fly.
Oh, you can still fly. How?
Yeah, I'm a Tressum. I have wings.
I thought it took you out of Tressum form.
Oh no.
Oh no. Okay. All right. That's
So how Wild Shape now works with the new Druid is you just get temporary hit points added onto your hit point pool, and you stay in your Wild Shape until you drop to 0.
okay. That makes sense. Okay, no, that's fine. Okay, so yeah,
So I'm a Tressum that had 57 HP.
you're able to get to the nearest balcony. It shouldn't be a problem. I would say you're probably around there. Not that you can see it, but you're not in the blue. You're above it.
And then when I get to a balcony of some sorts, I'm going to bonus action get out of my Wild Shape form
Okay, ending your turn.
so that I can cast spells.
Paris, you're up.
Uh-oh.
He is going to shout, Talus, there are people in these streets. As he's going to bonus action cast Divine Favor, even though it cannot be seen. I don't know why I rolled that. The thorns coming out of the vines just begin to glow with a brilliant light, and I'm going to make an attack on the elephant.
Okay.
And you're
What was
also
my
gonna
save, Lily, for acid damage?
You don't have to save.
Oh, right, because I got out.
Yeah, but Parrish takes 2 cold. And yeah.
So,
Cool.
you're both these strengths.
Kyle, this is a great time to clarify. The thorn weave vines, do they add a d4 to the damage, even if it's just unarmed?
They do.
Cool. Rolled hit. Boom. That's I have disadvantage. It's gonna be a 16 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. So I already rolled my Divine Favor, which was 3. Let's roll here. 8 damage, and then my actual unarmed attack as I kind of punch into the elephant in front of me, and vines just kind of burst out of my arms and wrap around it, and it's going to have to make athletics or acrobatics to not be grappled.
It will make an athletics. It'll be an 18.
18. I forget my DC. I think that beats it though.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna do it again. The first attack does 13 damage.
Okay.
And second attack is going to be higher. Oh, it's so fun to roll all these dice.
I know, I love rolling dice.
It's going to be 16 damage for the second attack and also make a save for grappling. As I slam my other fist into the side of it.
Hot damn.
Gorgeous.
13 on the save.
That will fail. The vines wrap around it and it's staying here, unless it is larger than large.
It's huge.
Well, then never mind. I don't think I can grapple it. It looks large on the map. Okay, there we go.
There we go.
That's why I thought I could grapple it.
It is huge. Yeah, sorry, my bad.
Now
Yeah,
everybody
no worries.
thinks that the Hunger of Hadar was a good idea, right? Now that we're seeing that it's
Absolutely
huge
gonna
and
have a
large.
conversation and you're not gonna feel great about what gets said.
Now perish.
Yeah, no, there's gonna be an intervention banner involved.
So while we're talking about that, could I have a dex save?
Yeah, sure. No, I'm gonna stay here so people can have my aura. I'm actually gonna move one to the side and get a little bit closer until I can sort of feel Tatiana's presence. A dex save, you say? I would love to do that.
I know you're very good at that.
Yeah, 8.
No.
You have
7.
Mm-hmm. That's factored.
Oh, jeez.
Oh no!
Rolled a 3.
That would be a 7 acid damage.
Cool.
Brings us
That ends my turn.
to the Heffalump, and
No, a heffalump.
it is.
Oh, it's gonna take cold damage.
It's gonna take some cold damage. Yeah,
3.
nice. It takes 3 points of cold damage.
As I'm doing so good, trust me.
It's kind of got like a one-track mind right now. It's just kind of rampaging. It is going to move its.
Oh, sorry, Kyle.
Yes.
It has a reduction of 10 feet of movement from my weapon mastery.
Okay. So then it.
Also difficult terrain.
Also difficult terrain, not going far.
So it can move 15 feet. So that's how far it goes. It is now like it's within the range of Sternus, but it's not high enough to Sternus. But it is rampaging into that building, so it is going to do some damage to the building. However, all you have to do is make a dexterity saving throw for me, please. As it like,
You know, Kyle, I don't want to be a nitpicker, but I am curious. Is there any chance that this creature made a successful attack roll, ability check, or a saving throw?
no, not yet. It's kind of just charging.
Okay.
Yeah.
No sweat.
Yeah. It's just
Sternus has to make the save, you said?
yeah, just a dex save.
13.
Okay. You're good. You're not being like knocked prone from the as the building gets like and that's all the elephant can do. That ends its turn. Ari, you're up.
Whoa. Dex save from my elephant, please.
Natural 1 for a 0.
9 points of acid damage.
All right.
You've still done more to the party.
Oh, there's more
Does
of
it
you.
have to do a fumble table for a nat 1?
On a save,
It was just a question.
and it's no, it doesn't have to fumble on a save.
All right, I tried.
You tried. Ari, you are up.
So I've woken up in some sort of icy, acidic hell, right?
Yeah, and you take cold damage.
So excited.
Much? Lily, how much? Just tell me how much you killed me, okay?
5.
5, okay.
Just a little bit of frostbite. You'll be fine.
Where is my HP? I'm just going to put it down to -5. I'm trying to find my HP here, but it's going to reset this. Anyways, so I know I'm alive. I took plus or -5 of damage. Thanks for that. I'm gonna move myself hopefully to here if I can get past folks. Kyle, is there any issue with moving Ari over there?
What's your move?
Can I squeeze through? my movement speed is 30 feet.
So you can move one more square. Yeah, you're right there. You can move back one. But there's no. You can move past. You can pass through your teammate, no problem.
If I can pass through my team, I'm going to do that, and I am going to. I guess the term is go nuts. I'm going to shoot it. I'm going to action surge it. I'm going to deadeye it. I'm going to destroy everything that I possibly can.
You have disadvantage on everything.
Deadeye gives.
Fine.
So Deadeye will at least nullify the disadvantage.
Yep. So, I will take my first attack. And so I only roll once?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, well that was a 12 plus 8 for dirty 20 to hit.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna I get 2 attacks on my turn anyway, right?
Yes, and then if you want to action surge, you get 2 more.
2 more, yeah. So that's a 17 plus 8 to hit. Action surge 8 plus 8 for a 16 to hit.
Just hits.
And a 5 plus 8 for a 13 to hit.
That will not hit.
Okay. All right. Well, that's 3 shots of damage. I'm gonna hurt it as much as I can. Plus 3 to each of these. So that's 8 plus 3 for 11 points of damage. That's 9 plus 3 for 12 points of damage, and that's 8 plus 3 for 11 points of damage. And then for my bonus action, I'm gonna think of the song that I wrote for Ortega, and I'm gonna bardically inspire myself. I'm gonna keep that because someone's gonna die today that isn't Ortega. I'm gonna make it happen.
Okay. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
I was gonna say, unfortunately, I may also make that happen.
I rolled a 12 dex save plus 3 for a 15.
Plus
That
4.
does not. Oh, plus 4. Yeah, you're good.
Oh, 19. Yay, plus 4. Thank you, Lee.
Which brings us to the Team Slayer. Talus, you're up.
Okay. Wow.
But did you call her the Team Slayer?
Talus, I need you to take some cold damage.
3. Okay. It's all good. We're just living our best lives out here. Okay.
Also, because you took damage, is Hunger of Hadar concentration?
Totally is.
So I need you to make a concentration check for me, please, to make sure you maintain concentration on Hunger of Hadar.
And I don't remember how concentration works, but I'm gonna go with a 4. Doesn't beat what I'm trying to beat, though.
No, you needed a 10.
You needed a 10.
So I feel like basically what I'm noticing here is that I did a good job. I did a lot of damage.
Absolutely. The best thing you've done was failing that concentration check.
Yeah.
Great job.
Okay, cool. No worries. It's cool. Whatever. Let me just take a look at what else I got over here.
Might I suggest not that?
She could just put it up again.
I mean, I don't want to pile on, but I love Lee's idea of anything else.
Interesting.
I think you might be rolling your own initiative if that goes up again. I don't know.
What I'm noticing is that I believe I am going to. I think that was a really fun, cool rush. So I'm gonna do more magic, and I am going to.
Hell of a drug.
So good. I can feel her. You know what I mean? Okay. I am going to cast Vampiric Touch and make a melee spell attack. Okay. Does an 18 hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay. So then it does 3d6 necrotic damage. That is actually not terrible. Okay, so that does 11. And I can heal up to half, which I will. For no particular reason, just for fun. So, and I think that is all Okay, so it is a concentration spell, and I can keep doing the same thing forever.
Okay. And are you calculating in your Hexblade's Curse? Or is that just...
No, I forgot about that. Oh, I got +2 to damage rolls. How exciting. I forgot about that. So, criticals, blah, 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 blah. I guess it doesn't do anything, just +2 to damage rolls right now. Okay, yay. And it's another spell slot.
So 13 damage and you get 6 health.
Yeah.
Yes. This is for...
Tatiana, you are up.
Are you icing me? Oh no, the ice is gone.
This is gone.
Ice is gone. All right.
She made sure everyone got a little bit of her frostiness.
You know, I'm getting really tired of this elephant. And with that, her tattoos are going to start to glow. And she's going to walk nice and close to him. And try and hit it with the rapier. What is that? 19 to hit?
19 will hit.
Okay, so this plus, is it 4d6 necrotic, 7 piercing, 13 necrotic, and she's gonna do that again. That's another nat 1.
Ooh.
I need you to roll your fumble table again.
Uh-huh.
Wait, what if I could... Nope. Can't do anything. Never mind.
70.
Okay. As you go to stab your target, you wind up lunging into the stomping area of the elephant. And the elephant is able to use its reaction to stomp.
Damn.
Wait, did you use your bardic inspiration?
Crit fail.
It's a critical.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Yeah, nothing you can do about that. Never mind. No, that's...
Shit I can do.
That's just bad. So the elephant stomps on her?
Yep.
The elephant stomps on you with an 18 to hit.
Ooh, match. Yep. Match goes to the dealer.
Now, this is where Ari has a chance to silvery barbs this, if that's what he's trying to do.
That's exactly what I'm trying to do. I'm going to silvery barbs. And I'm going to say, because, listen, as someone who spent a lot of time around entertainers and carnivals and circuses, I think that I speak a decent amount of elephant. And I am going to, like, in a way that says,
Mating call.
do you know what? I'm not sure. I was going to, maybe mating call is better. I was going to go, like,
It's already promised to a real sexy lizard.
Your father's very disappointed in you. And then like, and he's right.
But Tatiana doesn't speak elephant.
Oh no, she's fine. I'm less mad at her than the person who froze all of our asses to the ground. And with love, frozen love. So that with that, I'm gonna silvery barbs the elephant. So it has to make...
I just re-roll the dice and take the lower roll. Is that correct?
That's right.
Correct.
I rolled a 9 on the dice, and it has a +10 to hit, so the 18 would still match.
Well, I mean, if it helps, I was a real dick to that elephant.
Who gets the advantage?
I'm going to give the advantage. Am I allowed to steer the advantage as per rules written? Then I am going to choose. Let me quickly check the list here. Yeah, that's going to go to Parrish.
Heck yeah.
So you're going to take...
Oh, little man.
4d10 of damage +7. So 33 points of bludgeoning damage. And you take 7 points of psychic damage.
What? Wait, what?
Tatiana does.
30? Are you alive?
Okay, sorry. 3 points of bludgeoning?
33.
3?
33 points of...
I heard 3.
Oh, sorry, I gotta add another 30.
39 total.
So weird, I heard 3.
Yeah. I heard 3. So I was like, oh yeah, that's fine. That's still fine. I'm still fine. Yes, I'm alive. I'm just under half my HP. Oh, wait. Technically, hold on. Shush. Technically not. Sorry, because the Blood Fury tattoo gives me HP back as well. And that was 13 points there. So Yeah, I still have half my HP.
Yes.
I'm good. No sweat.
Okay.
You stepped on my
Sweat.
toe.
I am
Whatever.
I am sweating bullets and blood here.
That brings us to Sternus.
Sternus is very confused as to why we are all attacking an innocent elephant.
And not Dallas.
Yes.
You can hit me if you want.
It's come across his mind. He took a ton of damage last round, and he's on less than a quarter of his HP. So he's going to cast a 4th level Cure Wounds on himself. And cast that. He's going to get 33 HP back.
Wow.
And he's going to use his bonus action to turn into a raven.
Okay. All right.
Parrish gives you side eye.
Does he see any of the party currently? Or does he only see the elephant?
Yeah, he kind of only sees the elephant. You might see Ari kind of in the back behind it, pretty far away.
Sternus is just going to take off flying away.
Okay. All right. Ending your turn.
Yeah, he's going to go 60 feet in
Whatever.
some random direction. Yeah,
I'm not going to move you on the map.
that's fine.
Parrish, you're up.
Oh, he's smiling at you guys.
Parrish is going to take a knee, pick up just a little bit of soil outside of the doorway, and say, "Sow seeds where you wish fields to grow," and then punch his hands into the ground and cast Grasping Vines on the elephant. Only a 13 to hit. I'm going to make the vine sprout up right here.
So 13 does not hit.
You have your bardic inspiration.
I'm going to use my Bardic Inspiration. That D6 or D8?
That is, oh shoot, I am with my level. Sorry, man.
I think it's D6.
You
I think it's a
also-
D6.
You also
17.
have advantage. Remember, you have advantage.
Oh, I do have advantage. Woot woot. I'm definitely going to hit.
Yes.
So I'm not going to use Bardic, but my 16 plus 7 does hit.
How do you want to do this?
Cool. The vines are going to sprout up out of this plant like a giant grasping vine and just circle around it and like pull it in and crush it down into the fountain.
Okay. All right. So as this giant elephant gets pulled in, you see the vines start to suck it in, and about half a minute later, the vines start to dissipate, and you see the Ruidus elephant figurine, nice, tightly compact once again. And on the bottom of the figurine, you see in a kind of a reddish glowing numeral system, you see one of the numbers kind of fade. So you know that you have, this cannot turn into an elephant again for another 7 days.
Okay.
And
So I can go pick it up?
The grasping vines are going to hand the figurine over to Parrish, and he will grasp it with the vines coming out of his hand so it's hanging.
okay.
I think for the time being, your help would be best served keeping an eye out for pickpockets.
Okay. With the remaining...
Sorry, I'm so sorry. Hold up. Is there outside of the figurine compressed and left behind? Is there anything left of the elephant specter creature? Is there anything left of it? Damn. Okay. Well,
It is the figurine. That is the elephant. The elephant is the figurine.
okay. Well, okay. If it wasn't so cool, I'd be disappointed, but it's really cool. So yeah, that's awesome. Shit.
You see the parrot, which is now like kind of mid-freeze. Go away! Go away! Go away! Please go away! Go away, please!
Talus, I'm sorry. Parrish hands over the figurine. Please try and use better judgment.
Yes, like don't go fucking touching things.
In my defense, most of the time when you touch a small little statue, it doesn't turn into a bigger, more deadly version of that statue. Has that ever happened to you?
No. Instead it does things like kill Ari. Do you remember? Do you remember that? Do you? Maybe we shouldn't touch the things until we know what it is.
Talus, I trust you with this. I don't think any of us right now need an excuse. We need an apology.
Fine, I'm sorry.
Think on it and try again later.
This very, very polite way of saying that wasn't good enough. I hope you read into that as much as I did.
My goodness, is Parrish nicer than the rest of us will ever be. So yeah, why don't you take a powder and give it a try again later before I have to start taking back bullets.
I don't think the bullets really matter. Again, some of us have already been shot.
We have a job to do. Let's not spend the next 7 days here and fight it again.
Agreed.
Has anyone seen Sternus?
I don't know. Birdface, are you around?
We can always meet up with him at the tavern if he doesn't find us.
Yeah.
1 foot in front of the other.
You don't see him at all.
Birdface! I don't think he's here. It's weird that I miss him already. Fucking Birdface.
So you guys continue on with the task at hand. Figurine dormant, of course. You head over to the Crystal Chateau and you meet up with Gatekeeper Rashid, who looks at you and sees that you've been stomped and you're still a little wet. It takes you majority of the day to get there. They just look at you and nod their head and they go, the Allegiance appreciates the task. We will return with another promptly. That is all.
If I might, how many of these tasks until we earn into your good graces?
Oh, well, that yet remains to be seen. And we haven't quite discussed it, but we wanted to see your competence. Handling this was step 1. You've made it to step 2. Who knows? There might be a step 3 or there might not be. Keep it up. You've done good work here today, and the Allegiance thanks you again. Of course, here, you can have a stipend. And he throws you a money bag, and you look, it's got about 100 gold pieces in it.
Nice. Ari slides over and says quietly, hopefully to do a persuasion check. Mm-hmm. Remember, things aren't just about the task accomplished. It's about how they do it, how fast and how well, and it'd be a real shame to let talent slip through your fingers. Why don't you put your thumb on the scale a little bit? Make sure that people know exactly the Bandit Bro can bring to the table.
Ari, was it?
That's right.
You released this giant elephant into the city streets. I would hardly call that great talent. However, you did dispatch of said elephant within a timely manner. I will give you that. But you caused a ruckus for our civilians, and we're going to have to control that. Also, there's 2 buildings, at least, that have been destroyed in this fiasco. And while I do appreciate you asking me to, quote-unquote, push that button, I will put you in for a good name. But I've also had
the work was sloppy.
My sources have told me that you've been dealing with another faction. We have our eyes on you. Don't push your luck by pushing our buttons.
Thank you for letting us know where we stand.
Message received, and thank you. Let's keep in close touch.
Oh, we will. Return to your inn, and we will be back in the morning with our second task. Don't fail us.
Not possible. Don't worry. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Ari turns on his heel and pulls out his ukulele lute as he does and strums along in what is very much a lie of how actually stressed and scared he is.
Parrish will give.
Check the piece of paper.
It is still not ready.
Parrish will give a deep bow, turn on his heels and leave before he says anything that he regrets.
Okay. You all head back to the inn, the four of you. Sternus hasn't been seen the entire day. You keep looking up to see if there's any familiar birds with the blue eyes, the starry eyes that you've seen, and you just simply cannot. You, for whatever the reason, spooked Sternus away.
And we're all a bunch of dicks, so...
Doing a short rest.
You get back to the inn. Yeah, at this point you would have a chance for a short rest. However, the inn is a little bit more alive this evening. People have started to return to the inn, spending their gold and enjoying the libations that the bartender has slung.
Oh, good. I could use a snack.
Everyone's able to enjoy the night peacefully, except for Talus.
Oh my god.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh no.
Talus, as you kind of sneak away for the night, knowing that there's some angst towards you for the actions that you've done today, you find yourself drifting away in a city street as you wander Ank'Harel alone. You turn a corner in an alley, dark and quiet. And as you walk down that alley, you find yourself walking along the pier of the cottage that you know to be Saigon's. You see the familiar light flickering, the shadowed entrance. You find peace here. Through all this, you've been a little worried, but you find peace with Saigon. You know that she's accepted you for who you are and would never hold anything against you. Do you walk in?
Of course I do.
You see Saigon standing there, as she always tends to do. She looks at you and she says,
"Oh, Talus. I'm sorry I wasn't able to talk to you while you were in that witch's realm. It appears I don't have as much power over you when you are not near me. You did something today that shocked everyone, didn't you?"
Yes, I think I did.
I was not happy about that. You see, these powers that I have given you, let's say this, dear Talus, I can give you powers just as much as I can take them away. And by making a mockery of my gifts and harming your friends, putting us at risk, is not what I need right now.
I was just trying to help, and it didn't go how I expected it to go. I didn't mean for it to.
None of us mean to make mistakes, Talus. However, your actions do have consequences. Fear not, for what I take away from you, I will give to another. Maybe you can earn it back. But I must say, thank you for bringing me someone.
What?
and out through the shadow, you see a armored, skull-adorned, pale red, muscular hobgoblin.
Hey there, Talus.
And that's where we're going to end it tonight. And with that, our tale tonight comes to a close. Tatiana is free from the grip of her fey curse, and the Banded Broken have completed their first task for the allegiance of Valsec. The weight of their journey lifts, if only for a moment, as they find brief respite in the calm that follows. The road ahead is still long, but for now, they rest. Yet not all is as it seems. Talus finds herself lost for words after a cryptic meeting with Saigon and, well, someone else, of course. What's next for the Bandit Broken? And what new truths will they uncover? I have been your host and your Dungeon Master, Kyle. A special thanks to MAB Music for the beautiful ambience that continues to set the tone for our adventure, and to all of you, our dear listeners, for joining us on this journey. As this episode actually comes out on Christmas Day of 2024, we wish you all a warm and joyful holiday season. May your days be filled with light, love, and a little bit of adventure. Until next time, stay brave and stay curious.